Hello and welcome everyone on this official platform of Legacy IS Academy. So in this video, we are going to discuss the issue of delimitation. What if I told you that your state might lose its voice in parliament, not because how you vote, but because of how small your family is. So the delimitation debate is back, and it's more than just redrawing the boundaries. It is about power, representation, and the very future of India's federal structure. So, with the next round of delimitation set to be based on the first census after 2026, so southern states like Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, and even smaller northern states like Punjab, Uttarakhand might soon find themselves with fewer seats in Lok Sabha. And all because they control their population. But here is the twist. Larger northern states like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar are set to gain more seats simply due to their booming populations. Does this mean India is about to punish states for successful family planning? Or is this a silent shift in power that could deepen the north-south divide? So let's break down why this issue has leaders worried, why Amit Shah pro rata formula has left everyone guessing, and most importantly, how this could reshape the way of democracy work in India. So stick around because this is more than just the politics, and it is about who holds the key to India's future. Now, first of all, what is delimitation? So delimitation क्या है? Delimitation is a process of fixing the number of seats. It is the process of fixing the number of seats and boundaries of constituencies for the Lok Sabha, that is in parliament, as well as state legislative assemblies. Now, how is it done? It is done by the Delimitation Commission, which is set up by an act of parliament. And this has been done after the census of 1951, 61 and 71. जी हाँ, तो ये कब किया गया? This has been done after the census of 1951, then 61 and 71. Now, after this, since 1971 census, the number of Lok Sabha seats has been frozen at 543. So, the current number of Lok Sabha seats, that is 543, was based on 1971 census, when India's population was around 54.8 crore. To encourage population control, उस समय पर काफी ज्यादा encourage किया गया था to control the population, and it will be revised only after the first census post 2026. That means this freeze will be lifted after first census conducted, that is after 2026. So that is why this data is also present in the Hindu newspaper. So first we'll try to understand that why is delimitation is being discussed now. What is the reason? अभी ही क्यों डिस्कस किया जा रहा है delimitation को? Clear? तो इसके लिए हम सबसे पहले बात करेंगे why is this delimitation being discussed now? So this is because of Tamil Nadu Chief Minister. So the debate has resurfaced after Tamil Nadu's Chief Minister who raised this issue. That is the 2021 census delayed due to the COVID-19, and it is yet to start. And since the next delimitation depends on the census data, and there is uncertainty about that when will it happen, ये कब होगा, ये इशू जाहिर किया किसने? जो तमिलनाडु के चीफ मिनिस्टर हैं स्टैलिन साहब ने. Now the question here is, what are the issues? Clear? What are the issues here? So when we talk about the issues, so let me tell you, the सबसे important issue ये है population growth का. Now, population growth has been uneven across states. Like in northern states like UP, Bihar, MP, and Rajasthan, they have seen much larger population. Clear? They have seen much larger population increases compared to the southern states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh. And there are two main ideas for the upcoming delimitation. Now, what are those two main ideas for the upcoming delimitation? So, let me tell you that two main ideas are: first, keep the number of seats 543 but redistribute them among state. कि 543 रखो but redistribute करो states के बीच में. Second, increase the number of seats to 848. कितनी कर दो सीट्स लोकसभा में? 848. Increase the number of seats to 848 with each state getting a proportional increase. Now, what did Home Minister say on this? So, Home Minister, that is Amit Shah, अब इन्होंने क्या कहा? Amit Shah stated that no state would lose seats. इन्होंने सीधे ये कहा कि कोई भी स्टेट अपनी सीट लूज नहीं करेगा. All would get an increase based on pro rata system. इन्होंने कहा everyone will get based on pro rata basis. Clear? Including South India also. However, he did not clarify if this would be based on the current share of seats or projected population. ये चीज clear नहीं किया. It is still unclear whether this pro rata share will be based on current share of seats or projected population. Now, which states may lose out? Now, the question here is, which states may lose out? If the new seats are allotted based on the projected population, then southern states and smaller northern states like Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, and Uttarakhand, all these states, as well as northeastern states, these states could lose their proportional representation. Then southern states which currently have 24% seats, southern states जिनकी अभी कितनी सीट्स हैं? 24% सीट्स हैं अगर हम बात करें तो. Clear? So southern states which currently have 24% of seats, okay, might see their share drop by 5%. As you can see here, southern states have 24% of Lok Sabha seats, and under projected population, this could drop by 5%. Now, why is this a problem? Because this is a problem. Why this is a problem? Because this could hurt the federalism and federal structure, as these states might feel politically sidelined despite controlling their population growth. Clear? तो इनको लग सकता है कि कहीं भाई इनको साइडलाइन ना किया जाए. So small state might feel disenfranchised as they lose influence in parliament despite following the population control policies. तो पॉपुलेशन कंट्रोल पॉलिसीज इनके लिए तो पनिशमेंट हो जाएगी. क्लियर? सो व्हाट कुड बी द सॉल्यूशन? अब इसके लिए सॉल्यूशन क्या हो सकता है? व्हाट कुड बी द पॉसिबल सॉल्यूशन? नाउ लेट मी टेल यू, some suggest that keeping 543 seats capped at the current number. Clear? तो अब एक चीज याद रखिए, डेमोक्रेसी क्या है? डेमोक्रेसी इज अबाउट वन सिटीजन वन वोट वन वैल्यू. But this principle was adjusted in 1976 to encourage the population control. Getting my point? And if I talk about the United States of America, अगर हम US का एग्जांपल लें, so in US the number of seats in the House of Representatives has been capped at 435 since 1913, even though their population grew from 9.4 crore in 1911 to 34 crore in 2024. On the other hand, India had 543 Lok Sabha seats for 5 decades, while the population rose from 55 crore to 145 crores. Getting my point? ये सबसे बड़ा यहां पर issue है. Clear? So now it is expected that India's population expected to peak at around 165 to 170 crore in the next 30 years before declining. Clear? So one option is to keep Lok Sabha seats capped at 543. पहला ऑप्शन ये है कि आप लोकसभा की सीट्स को 543 पर कैप कर दो. Clear? Because this would maintain the current balance of power among the states and protect the federalism. And MPs and political leaders from southern, smaller northern states as well as northeastern states, they should push for this cap in parliament to safeguard their region as well as their political influence. And to meet democratic needs, the number of MLAs in state assemblies can still be increased according to the population growth. So remember this thing, that this upcoming delimitation is going to have impact on India's federal structure also. How it is going to have impact on India's federal structure? So let me tell you. First is disproportionate representation. First impact would be disproportionate representation. Now, how disproportionate representation? Now, try to understand that if Lok Sabha seats are redistributed based on the projected population, so larger northern states like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, MP, Rajasthan, they could gain more number of seats. In contrast, southern states like Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh, and smaller northern states like Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, and Uttarakhand, as well as northeastern states, they may lose their share of seats despite effectively controlling their population, and this could dilute the political voice of these regions in parliament. Second impact could be, it can be the violation of the federal balance. Violation of federal balance. Now, how violation of federal balance? See, so let me tell you that India's federal structure is based on delicate balance of power between the union as well as states. Now, if some state lose representation while other gain significantly, so it might create a sense of political disenfranchisement for losing their seats. And southern state, which currently holds 24% of Lok Sabha seats, a share that may shrink by 5%, which we have discussed just now, under a population based redistribution. So this risk is bearing the principle that every state should have meaningful say in national decision regardless of its population size. Clear? Third important thing could be encouraging population control versus penalizing. तो अब क्या पॉपुलेशन कंट्रोल को एनकरेज करना चाहिए सदर्न स्टेट्स में, स्मॉलर नॉर्थ इंडियन स्टेट्स में? एनकरेजिंग पॉपुलेशन कंट्रोल वर्सेस पेनलाइजिंग. अब इस पे क्या करना चाहिए? So the 1976 freeze on seat redistribution, which was meant to reward the population control efforts by ensuring these states, clear, with smaller families, and they are not going to lose political representation. But if the seats are now redistributed solely by the population side, it may seem like penalizing those states that successfully reduce their the population growth rate. तो इससे हमें तो यही लगेगा कि जो जिन्होंने पॉपुलेशन कंट्रोल की उनको पनिश किया गया है. इट कैन ऑल्सो क्रिएट द नॉर्थ साउथ डिवाइड. North South divide. Now, how is going to create the North South divide? Now, southern states which already feel underrepresented in terms of the fiscal distribution as well as resource allocation. Clear? So, it may see this as further marginalization, and this could sharpen the North South divide as well as the fuel resentment. Because as states with better human development indicators might feel that they are being politically sidelined. And the most important thing, basic structure doctrine. The basic structure doctrine which is upheld by the Supreme Court, clear, which protects the federal character of India's constitution. So a significant reduction in the parliamentary representation for the certain states could be seen as a violation of this principle, and which leads to legal and political challenges also. So what is the risk? If these things are not handled carefully, then the delimitation process could also weaken the cooperative federalism. Second, it can lead to the regional tension. Third, it can undermine the sense of equal partnership between state in the union. So overall, if you see these things, ये जो भी issue हमने discuss किया, now, do you think that is India as crossroad? The upcoming delimitation is not just about the numbers on a map. It is about how we balance democracy as well as federalism. Will the push for one person, one vote undermine the hard work of the states that champion the population control? Will the rising influence of populous northern states overshadow the political voice of southern and smaller regions? So the stakes are very high and the debate is just heating up. What do you think? That should India increase Lok Sabha seats or should we cap them at 543 to protect the federal balance? So drop your thoughts in the comment section, because this is not just a political issue. It is about the future of representation in the world's largest democracy. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because this conversation need to go beyond the politics. It is about our collective future. Thank you so much.